Oh, okay, everyone. Well, we are live. We're gonna start at 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so in about 13 minutes. But I think we can just start now. It's not a big deal. So, boom. Okay. What's going on? We don't really have anyone in the chat right now. The stream officially, we're just gonna hang out for about 10-15 minutes, and then we'll officially start the stream, okay? So before any of that gets started right off the top, I want to remind everybody that this stream is sponsored by DeviantArt. The Twitch portion of this stream is sponsored by DeviantArt. I'm part of a sponsorship program called the DeviantArt Collective. If you stream your artwork here on Twitch, DeviantArt is actively looking for new artists to add to our team. I dropped a link into the Twitch chat right now. So if you stream your artwork, DA has a program that basically will pay you to stream. It will assist you in building your community online, and they've hooked me up with a lot of good gigs, jobs, large, small. They've hooked us up with a sponsorship deal with Elgato, which is one of the reasons my streams look so good these days. And yeah, big shout outs to DeviantArt if you like what we do here. DA plays a big part as to why we could do it full time because they've been supporting the channel for over a year and a half now. So anyway, got to adjust some colors here before we get started. Yeah, so before this, we actually get to work. We want to hang out for about 10 minutes, and then we'll get to it. It's not a big deal. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's week is going well so far. I know it's Happy Monday. I am gonna let the Instagram know that we're live. Yo, what's going on? Excuse my nose sniffling. My allergy's been really bad. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Let me let the IG know that we're live. Jesus. Also, I want to let everyone know that actually, let me pull this up for you guys since we're not really gonna get started until a couple more minutes. If you are on the YouTube section, I do offer a new membership tier on YouTube. I'm trying to advertise shit to you guys so early, but yeah, I've recently activated my membership section of YouTube. So for 99 cents a month, if you're interested in supporting the channel directly, you're more than welcome to. It's much appreciated. Anyway. Yo, what's going on? Yo, hold up. Let me mute my mic. I gotta blow up my nose real quick, all right? Okay. Nah, I'll never give that to you. Gotta buy it. If I was dealing like that, you wouldn't be seeing me drawing. Anyway, so what we're gonna be doing today, see the camera only goes so far. Let's move the camera down a little bit. Hell nah. That's all mine. What you talking about? No, go ahead and just lock this real quick. There we go. That's a little bit better. Yeah, so I don't really have any plans for this drawing. There's some concepts that have been going through my head, but we'll see. We'll see what comes out as we draw. I don't really have anything planned. It's been very busy here at home, and anyway. Military drawing, like what? Yo, what's going on? You guys know Wednesday we have a 24-hour stream. It's gonna be so that means Tuesday, which is tomorrow, we're not gonna have a stream, but Wednesday we will have a 24-hour stream. Might even start it tomorrow night, kind of depending on like what kind of rest I can get. I do, when I do 24-hour streams, I prefer to start it at night, because like you tend to get tired. You know, your body naturally wants to go to sleep around the nighttime. So if you get some rest and then you wake up at night and you start the stream, let's say 9 or 10 p.m., and then surviving that night, and then the sun comes up, you'll be able to finish the rest of the stream with no problem. Yeah. So that's usually my strategy to a 24-hour stream, is to just, you know, start at night, end in the afternoon, but or I guess the next night, but you guys know what I'm talking about. But depending on what the sleep schedule looks like tomorrow, we might just start the 24-hour stream tomorrow night. Yeah. Officer's talking to like here. You made something up? Chief, what's going on though? What's been going on with you these days? What's new? What's up? Mic is really in my face. I wonder if you guys could hear me breathing these days. All right, man. Thanks for the lurk. I see I got hella bite marks on my... Oh, you probably can't see it on the camera, but I have like hella bite marks on me for my new puppy that I got. She's teething, and she has a bad habit of biting. We're doing better now since we've had her for a week, but I mean, still a puppy, so it's hard to get rid of that. I appreciate the like. Thank you. My dog just barged into my room, scared me. Not the new puppy, the old dog. You want to see her? You're 72 pounds? Come here. Come sit on my lap, Pepper. Oh, lay down. Yeah, for real, right? How dare you do your job? Hey, sit down. Come on. She'll find a place to... There's a lot of floor space in my office, so she's gonna hip around, explore, and then she's gonna curl up in a ball and just lay down. She has a really, really comfortable bed in the room, in the bedroom. But if I'm in here drawing, it doesn't matter how late I'm here. She'd rather be in here. She'll start hey, thanks for the like, Robert. What's up? Yo, no, but my dog, it's around like 2 or 3 a.m. where she'll start whining, and then hair everywhere. She'll start whining and wanting to go to the room, and then if I open the door to let her go to the bedroom, she just won't. She'll be like, nah, I'm not whining to go to the bedroom. I'm whining to get you to come to bed. Yeah. Go lay down. Halo, what's going on? How's it going? Now we're just doing a little bit of chill drawing tonight. on Wednesday, potentially tomorrow night, we have a 24-hour study stream. I want to learn how to draw some bugs. It's going to be a bug study stream. I actually haven't pulled up which bugs I want to learn how to draw yet, but it won't be too hard. I'll probably take suggestions from the chat when the time finally comes to do that stream. So that's coming up. Nah, not too much here. There's, you know, just work. We got a new puppy who's keeping me really busy. I have some events coming up later this year that that I've been prepping for. Need to keep prepping for. I will be at Anime Expo Chibi, which is for those who are familiar with Anime Expo, it's the biggest anime convention in the US. They have a side event going on in November in Ontario, California, so Southern California area, and I have an exhibitor spot there. I'll be doing a live drawing there. So I have that. I have Anime NYC, which is the weekend after that in New York, a big anime convention. That one I won't be doing a live drawing. I'm just gonna be selling prints there. We're still working on it. We're always working on anatomy. Everyone's always working on anatomy. What are you doing specifically? Say anatomy. That's a lot of stuff. On muscles, so just like all around, right? I wasn't sure if you were focusing on any one particular like area, rather is what I was wondering. My dog is snoring. You draw horror. Oh, you're working on the back muscles. Okay. Ooh. So are you talking about like gore style horror? Or are you talking about just like general body horror? Or do you know Mako Vice? That kind of stuff? Where it's like almost surreal horror? Yeah, I mean, you want to get some practice in on that no matter what, right? But hey, is it are you hired to do comics as a profession, or are you working on your own private comic? Wow, that's way up there. Okay. No, yeah, I think you explained it all right. Yeah, that's cool though. How far are you into it? Yeah, I got big respect for people who do comics. Uh, I have a lot of well, maybe not a lot, but I have a few friends who have their own independent comic, and I know how much effort goes into all of that. Now my dog is snoring like crazy. Yeah, it's a little slower today in the chat. This is not like the peak time to stream for me. I was just been so busy, man. Normally we stream like 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I keep saying that, like that's when we always stream, but it's been so inconsistent lately. I don't even have a time anymore, man. It's just whenever I can get some free time, you know. What do I want to do? So I'm making this up as I go. I kind of have like a vision in my head. You started like 2 years ago. planning it and getting your art skills to better levels so you can do decent. Okay. Yeah, we were talking about it the other day on stream where it was like we had somebody else here who was doing comics and he wasn't sure like how like do all the pencils first or pencil and ink per issue. And like I've never done a full-on comic, but like for one of my friends who has, one of the things that she taught me was just like, yeah, do all your pencils first for the entire thing and then go back and ink it, because like by the time you're done you'll have gotten better. So her first mistake that she made, at least in her words, was she would ink like individual panels. It's like she'd finish a page and then would ink the panels of that particular page, and by the time she got to the next one she'd do the exact same process. So by the time she was a couple volumes in, her art was just so much better in the later volumes that she actually went back and had to redo like the early ones because she didn't like how inconsistent it was. So she was just like, pencil everything first and then ink everything after that. That way you'll have at least a consistent look to everything. Yeah. Why am I streaming on YouTube? Why not? We're also streaming on Twitch. I'm actually primarily a Twitch streamer, but I went ahead and hopped onto the multi-platform thing pretty recently. So, and besides, I have a decent sized YouTube channel, so it'd be a waste to not, you know, keep putting time into it. I got what, 46K on YouTube now. At one point we were at 50, and then I just kind of stopped uploading videos. So I'm trying to revive the YouTube channel. But yeah, why wouldn't I stream on here? Yeah, quitting social, like I wouldn't even have any social media if my job wasn't art. Like this is my full-time gig. So like but before I started drawing, which was 10 years ago now. I started drawing exactly 10 years ago, 2012. If it wasn't for this, I wouldn't have any social media. I think it's really bad for you. But, you know, it's part of my job. I have to keep mine. Can you hear my dog snoring? Can you hear my... She's so loud. Anyway. It was crazy when we seen her on YouTube. Yeah, I started off on YouTube. And then, you know, I made my YouTube series on here. The artist episodes, the artist alley episodes rather, and that's kind of what that's kind of like all what my YouTube channel is, right? Just me being able to explore filmmaking and just like documenting that stuff. But when it came to like drawing live, naturally I was just like, well, Twitch would be the way to go. And we're doing pretty well on Twitch. I'm actually really happy with the results so far on Twitch. But I'm at a place where I'm less like, we gotta crank it up. Like my Twitch is growing, but it's growing too slowly for my taste. So, and besides, I'm not like a partner or anything on Twitch yet, so I'm not really. They don't have that level of loyalty from me yet, so. Yeah, Twitch. The thing about Twitch art is that the only, I think the best thing that Twitch has going for it with its art section. First off, it has an art section. If you look at YouTube, we don't even have an art section, like at all. Like, I've been uploading YouTube videos for 8 years now, and back in the day, time lapse drawings used to do pretty well, but now they've definitely moved away from that. And I remember back then I would upload a time lapse, and they don't have a section called art or drawing or painting or anything like that. Not even like a creative section. But yeah, you'd have to put it in like people in blogs, or you'd have to put it in the entertainment section or something, or educational section, right? At least with Twitch, they have an art section, and if you scroll down the art section, you could hit the bottom of it. Like, you could hit the bottom of the art live stream page on Twitch. So discoverability on Twitch in general is hard, but I find it's kind of easier to get viewers there than on YouTube, because there's less competition. There's less options, rather. Not so much less competition. There's just less options for people to watch art on there. Were you doing digital or traditional art? Because I find that a lot of the thing that boosted me a lot when I first started on Twitch was the fact that I was traditional. So, I mean, there are a decent amount of traditional artists on there, but compared to the amount of digital artists, and not only is digital art more popular, I do digital art. You see my giant Cintiq back here? I do digital art, but like, streaming traditional art is such a pain in the ass. Streaming traditional art sucks. Like, to get this setup looking the way it is now, oh my god, I've gone through so many stages of different setups just to get it looking the way I have it now. I'm actually really happy with how the stream looks and sounds now, but I mean, it's a fucking process. Versus if I was doing digital full-time, screen capture, like a decent camera for my face, like a ceiling light and maybe like a key light, and you're good. I was like, so easy, yeah. Oh, the VTubers. Oh, what about them? Yeah, VTubing. Yo, I gotta give it up to I forgot her name. There's because I went to TwitchCon. I had an artist table and an artist panel at TwitchCon a couple weeks ago, and there was a VTuber who had an artist alley table, and I was in my head, I was just like, because I'm old as fuck, so I my brain doesn't think this way, so I was just like, how is a VTuber gonna do an artist alley table? In my brain, I was like, how would they do that? It was fucking awesome. She had her table, and can I illustrate this for you? It was dope. It was creative. Here, let me do a little sketch of what she had set up. She had her artist table, right? And she had a person like sitting in a chair, manning the table right here, taking care of like merchandise sales, because they had like a wall of merch, right? But then they had right here, they had an extra table. They put a little table here, and they had this really tall, I was gonna say monitor, but it's clearly like a TV, right? Where they had the VTuber, and they had a mic right here, and then a webcam, and I'm assuming the camera was attached to something that fed, the video to the VTuber, and they actually had the big monitor, and they had the VTuber right here, and the mic was here, and she had like a long ass line of people, and this way people were able to walk up and like talk to the monitor. So like I don't know how much time you were allotted to talk to that VTuber directly, but it wasn't just a monitor of the person. Like it was, you know how a lot of it is like motion capture, or again I don't know how that tech works, but like you could hear her speaking, and you were just interacting with the VTuber right there. And I was just like, and they had in the back, they had like a curtained off area, and I'm assuming the person was back there, but I was just like, wow, that's really fucking clever, you know. It was creative as fuck. I was like blown away. And not only was it set up like that, like they had high like production value. Like the mic they used was really big. I was just thinking that was probably expensive. You know, they had like a fatty HD cam right here. It was like the monitor was like really high quality. It wasn't just like a little, it wasn't like a little 22-inch screen that they just flipped this way. It was fucking huge. You know what I mean? And like it was great. So I've always been a fan of VTubers, mainly because I'm just like, look, man, I don't know, some people don't like it, but I'm like, who cares? But when I saw that, I was like, all right, set the standard for me. Yeah. However, that was a very expensive setup. How would a VTuber who doesn't have those kind of resources, how would they do it? You know? Yeah, and if anyone is interested, I'm gonna drop a link. If you're in the YouTube chat, then I mean you'll see it already. All right, yeah, go ahead, do your thing. But if you're in the Twitch chat, I do have a new episode of my YouTube series out. I dropped a link right there in the chat for your into the Twitch chat for you guys, where you can go check it out. It is the my YouTube series follows me when I go to different conventions, and I talk about like my table setup and like how well I do. And this one, I was at a panel, so the panel's in that episode as well. It was an artist panel, so that's all in that new episode. If you guys want to give it a click and give it a like, I'd appreciate that. But it's all good anyway. Yo, EXO, what's going on, man? Dude, can you hear my dog snoring in the background, man? Crazy. Just got done doing some chores? You mean you got done doing some chores for the moment? It never ends. It never ends. Dude, I'm so tired, dude. Fucking all kinds of shit going on here. Yo, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Sure, you could tell my energy seems a lot lower today. I don't know what I'm doing with this drawing, man. Am I gonna do a con in Texas? As of right now, I don't have any Texas conventions lined up. I am shooting my shot to see if I can get into Anime Frontier, which is in December, and I think it's in Dallas. But nothing's set in stone yet. You're about to read a little bit from Artist Master Series Color and Light. Hey, nice. Then work on badge art. Badge for Sabo for next year or for a different show? Or badges as in like for like YouTube and Twitch and shit. Different show. Oh, for Konnichiwa. Oh, you think? I'm rolling in so many commissions, I don't even know what this one's going to be used for. That's what I heard. It's a bit different from usual style because you're trying to add more comic book elements. I don't know what I'm fucking doing with this drawing, man. Oh, spot blacks. Yeah, man, I've been having a hard time lately, man. It's not art block. Just like I've been trying some weird shit with my art lately here in private. And I've had some cool concepts pop up and nobody's here, you know what I mean? So I'm just going I just lay it out to you, EXO, because you're my boy, right? But like, yeah, man, I've been experimenting with some cool shit, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm tired, yeah, but I've been really enjoying experimenting with some cool shit. The thing is, it's so different from what I normally do, and you know me, I don't give a shit about, like, I'll post it, it doesn't matter, but I'm just like figuring out whether or not I should. All right, so like I'm in this place, right, where it's like, I think it's because I've hit that 10 years of drawing, and now I'm at that place where I'm like, I've made a good career out of this, but career off of other people's IPs, like fan art. Let's call it what it is. Without the fan art, like my yeah, like my convention sales would be gone, and like the, you know how much, you know, the mistakes that the cons bring in, right? So I'm in this place where lately I've been trying out some new stuff here in private, and I'm really happy with it. But I'm like, boy, we want to fumble this bag if we go all in on this, you know what I mean? So you sound tired. Hey, man. You know how it is. You probably sound tired right now, too. Nah, for real. Yeah. No, I know. So it's just managing all that. I appreciate that, good sir. Kind sir. I think my, not ego, I think I'm a little upset right now. You wanted some fascinating stuff, EXO? Oh, hold on. You've attended 5 cons this year and your videos really helped. Oh, I appreciate. Oh, I'm glad. I hope they went well for you. So you went to 5, like you sold at 5, or did you attend 5? But yeah, if you did sell at 5, hopefully, I mean, 5's a lot to start with. Hopefully you spaced them out wide enough so that you can get some sleep in between. But yeah, I'm curious to hear about your experience. Yeah. Like you said yourself, you're really into what you're making. You'll find an audience easy. I don't know about easy, but you will find one, right? I recently, no, a couple weeks ago, I hit up someone. Well, I hit up a bunch of different events, and only one of them got back to me because I was trying to see if they wanted to give me space to do a live drawing, and I wasn't even trying to get like my flight paid for. Like I'd pay for that shit out of my pocket, you know what I mean, just for the opportunity more than anything. Yeah. And only one of them got back to me, and basically, long story short, I was just trying to figure out what it was that they wanted, what they were looking for in an artist, you know, to do like live art. And these are events and venues that would take live art. You know, it's not like, oh, I'm gonna go to Comic-Con and draw a bunch of animation, you know what I mean? Like, or a commercial type of event and be like, oh, you want some live art? Like, what the fuck? Nobody cares about that. This would be events that would like want that kind of stuff. So one of them, only one got back to me, and basically they said I didn't have like a big enough following. Like they didn't literally say that, but like they wanted, what was the words they used? They wanted a wider, if they bring someone, they were looking for someone with a bit of a wider reach. And basically that's just business talk for saying like you ain't got numbers. And I'm just like, this shit. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, for real. But you know what? The one that hit me back, at least they hit me back. At least they hit me back, right? You got to give it to that. You got to give it to that event. They were just like, it's like you see old pictures that like Jim Lee would put up about getting turned away at Marvel like 20 times, right? And they would tell him why they turned him down. I'm like, yo, at least they told you what was going on. You know? Yeah. Yeah, so anyway, so I'm at this place where I'm just like, bro, I don't have the, you know, the idea of a little honesty coming out because I'm super fucked up right now. So like that thing about like, oh, I just want to go out and do live drawings, and you know, we've been working so hard here on the streams, and we can do it like on a technical level, and then I don't get nervous going out there. You know, I do my best, I go hard. It's just now we're at a point where it's just like, oh my god, there is a thing keeping it from happening, and I'm just like, man, this is all some bullshit. Like, yeah. Let's see. You went in the Artist Alley here in Texas. They went good. You're in South Texas area, so I did cons around the area. Okay, South Texas. There was a con that I was gonna do. God, I can't remember. Like the I think like Nick, obviously Austin's the. I've done Amarillo, Austin, you know, Dallas, and I think those are the only areas I've done cons in. Yeah. Which con is my favorite this year? Ooh, it's between TwitchCon and Evo. Those really niche cons. You know, like, because everyone's a nerd now, right? Like, nerd culture is just regular culture now. So if you go to like a comic book convention or an anime convention, they're just pop culture conventions. So I like going to niche shows. So like Evo was a big fighting game event in Las Vegas, and then TwitchCon's TwitchCon. The vibe at Evo was so good. It was so much fun. TwitchCon was a lot of fun too, and I had a panel there, so that's even more fun. I think Evo is my favorite show. I gotta give it to Evo. But yeah, so we're at that place where I'm just like, despite how much I have improved, you know, as of recent, and there will always be, as much as we don't want to admit it, there's always going to be that what's the word, that barrier. It's that barrier where the toll to get past, you know, it's like, here's us, and then here's the thing, and here's a barrier. And the toll to get past that barrier is like internet numbers, you know? So we can romanticize being like Kim Jong-il level all we want, but until people recognize there's that barrier, son. So obstacle, yeah, there you go. Barrier, obstacle, synonyms, you know what I'm saying? McAllen, Texas. What's that con? There was a con that I was supposed to go to. Down there, it's just a bit of a smaller, I think it was a comic book convention. What's the, oh fuck, I have it bookmarked, but I wanted to do one down there. One, because I wanted to get, there's a Pokemon that spawns down there. No, but by the way, guys, if I'm responding to stuff in the chat and it doesn't make sense to you, you look on the screen. I have chat coming in from Facebook, Instagram, or excuse me, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. So if I'm responding to stuff that you don't see in your chat, if you look on the actual screen, yeah, you can see who I'm talking to. Yeah. But yeah, Exo, that's what's up right now. So I'm figuring things out right now in regards to that, like the romanticized idea of like, yo, I'm just hella good. That shit doesn't matter, man. I mean, you need that, but you can get places with the following. Like, if you have the skill without the following, you can only go so far. If you have the following without the skill, I opt that you can go further than the person who has the skill and no following. But if you have the following and the skill, oh, it's a wrap, son. It's a wrap. Anyway, Gamers Expo, Anime Fiesta, or no, it's neither of those. But there was a con there that I was gonna. Oh, you know what? I did a Texas show earlier this year. I did Kameha Con. Bunch of bullshit. That was that was an awful show. I think it's the most negative net I've ever had at a show. Kameha Con was good, but now it sucks, so. Okay, Exo, so this actually brings us back around to what we were talking about. You're wondering what it is that's keeping me from growing, and my vote, and I've talked to some people, my friends, and they said it's because I'm not presenting a consistent style. Because, you know, we dick around with all kinds of different styles. We do fucking everything because I'm interested in learning different things, you know? So I think for me, like, Exo, you have a clear, distinct style already, right? You have been doing this not very long, but you have a consistent style. And look how far that's taken you already, you know? What I present to people, it's just fucking here, and it's over there, you know what I mean? So when I talk about, earlier when I was talking about I've been dicking around with some new stuff, and I'm just like, is this what I want to present to people? Because I'll still do stuff in my own time, practice-wise, but as in when it comes to presenting, even here on stream, if we did only one thing, I don't know if you saw in the Discord, but I kind of went, I had like a, in the Discord, in the rules, you know how I put those funny things in the rules section? I kind of went off one night where I was just like, don't fucking draw new things, do the same shit over and over. Yeah. Yes, no consistent body of work, presentation wise, and if you're presenting them with something they don't like, they're not gonna buy it. Yeah, so do I remember a person named Optic Twos? The name Optic sounds familiar, but I mean, like, I've been on the internet for so long, could be different people. Why? What's up? Yeah, Exo. That's what it is. My vote is that's what it is. So I'm like trying to figure out, because once I decide on one, I have to double down on it, or else we continue down the same path. So a bit of a real talk level stream, Exo. The style that you're presenting to people, it's working really well, and it's clearly a style that you enjoy. I vote you just keep doing that. Don't deviate from it in any way when it comes to your presentations of social media. Just fucking do exactly what you're doing, son. What am I drawing today? Thrash? I don't fucking know. We're just sketching. We're just goofing off. Might have to do some TikTok dances, son. Once you hit 300 pieces, people will be like, oh yeah, that guy. I mean, like, would you argue that at least where you live now in your area, since you've done enough shows there and you've done fucking badge work for a con, you've been invited to a con, would you not argue that at least when you go to a local show, people are kind of like, oh, it's this guy? Yeah, mostly fan art right now, not much original. I do have a video on YouTube of your original pieces you did. That's cool. I dig original pieces, man. I dig original pieces. If any of you have a place where you could where you share your artwork, I do encourage you guys to drop a single link here in the chat for each other and give each other some follows. Damn, Exo. Damn. Yeah, that's ballin'. That's fucking bad, dude. Yeah, it's just been one of the many things that's going on right now. Where I'm just like, at least that event hit me back. You know, told me what was up. Can't draw for shit tonight, man. Brain's all haywire. If you guys are wondering what that noise is, that's my dog snoring in the background. Yeah, we avoided playing the game as long as we could, and I think we've reached that peak that, you know, we've maxed out our level where now we don't really have a choice. We're gonna have to play the game, or we're gonna be forced to sit out. Give me a second. Whoops, didn't mean to clear out this chat on the screen. That's my bad. We need somebody with a wider reach. But at the same time, if you were a company, so I don't get pissed about it, or you can't, because you're just like, if you and I were running a con, right? Hypothetically, you and I were running an anime con, and we had the choice between an artist that was just like, okay, just okay, but had like 250,000 followers, versus somebody who's just like, we nudge each other and we're like, bro, this guy's on that shit. He's on that next level shit. How many followers he got? I don't know, like 5,000. We both know that you and I would be like, well, who's gonna bring in more people to the con, right? Yeah. All right, dude. Thrasher. We're just free sketching. Whatever comes to mind. Oh, you have? You're like, damn, this con does not want to advertise for local artists at all. Yeah, of course you don't want to drop. I didn't drop names, you know, but like, damn, couldn't even support a local artist. I know a lot of events are just like, yo, we need some names, right? We need some names, but also we're supporting locals. Damn, didn't want to do that, huh? God damn. That's all right. The people who run these events tend to be like Lightbox Expo, which somebody brought up earlier. Is and Exo, feel free to hop out anytime. I know you got shit to do, but like that's why Lightbox is so unique. It's run by artists. You know, they get it. They know what's up. But I mean, that's not every show. Most shows are just people who are carrying out the the orders of somebody who threw down a bunch of money. You know, they pitch it and they're like, "Hey, bro, there's a lot of money in this. You down? Yeah, here. Just make sure you bring in people with a lot of following." Dude, I can't remember what you told me about that con that didn't have signs pointing to the artist alley. Deb. Oh, I did cons. My first out of state convention was 2018. We'll say 3 years of like hardcore cons before I decided to fly out and do one. No, I think it was 2017. Sorry. Hold on, I can get the exact. So it's like it was like at least a couple years. Let's round it down to that. I could pull up the exact dates, but I'm not gonna. The first out of California con that I did was the Indie Pop Con, which was the weekend after Anime Expo. So I was like, I was riding it super high on like a really, really, really good weekend of sales. And I go to Indie Pop Con prepared to lose net money because I was just like, look, we're either going to do this or we're not. And it turned out to be really good. And then I just no. The first out of California show, that was the first time I flew to a show. The first out of California show I did. I mean, like, I don't count Las Vegas because like that's so close to California, you know, and that's like in the middle of nowhere. So I don't. 2016, I did a Nevada show. I live in California. That's kind of not that far out of range. I also did one in Reno, Nevada, technically out of California, but it's also just kind of like so close. Long distance wise, 2016, I did drive from California to, what was it? It wasn't Kansas City. It was, anyway, it was hella far. It was, wow, fuck. I can't remember what city it was. Your friend Shaker Bake said he made 20 grand in the Vegas con, but I don't believe him. Why not? Which con was it? It depends which con it is. 20K is not, and it depends on what they sell. It really, 20K is not out of the realm of possibility. I know people who do 20Ks a lot. Yeah. My range right now for like a mid-size show is like 5 to 8. And then I have the occasional shows throughout the year where I'll do like anywhere from the 10s to the 13s, right? But like these, you know, like when I first started, it was like 2s and 4s, and after I got some experience, I was doing a lot of 4s and 6s, like a lot. And honestly, if you're doing them every weekend, 4s and 6s are pretty fucking good. Like, you're just all right, cool, low effort. It's like you just go there with your prints, because I'm a print artist, you know. It depends on what your friend is selling. But now 20K is not like, do you guys know, I'm not gonna drop a name, but like, there's an artist who goes to every show and he sends other people out to do it, and he's super popular. And well, I should say they, because it's actually more than one artist, but you guys aren't supposed to know that. I know that though. And he sends like workers, and they just do multiple cons a weekend, and literally every show that they do is at least 10. So when you're doing like 4 shows a weekend, almost every weekend, and you're doing that, it's just kind of like, yeah. Carpet artists? No, I don't know what you're. Mainly anime. Oh, mostly Dragon Ball and anime. Yo, like anime cons are where I make the most money. Anime, it goes. Actually, I think I do better at video game cons. So I will officially say my area is video game. Very close anime. Way down here is comics. I have a buddy who does close to my numbers. He only makes money at comic cons. He doesn't even go to anime cons because he says every time he does it, he does bad, which is fucking weird, right? So I haven't seen that. Oh, Tropic, thank you for the raid. I appreciate that. Hope everyone's doing well. We're just kind of sketching tonight, free sketching. We're mainly just hanging out more than anything tonight. I have like stuff going on in my head. I'm trying to get it down onto the page. The thing is, I want to do this piece, but I don't want it to be tantalizing. So while I was considering making her nude, I don't want that to be a factor in it. So I'm thinking about putting some clothes on her. When will I start the Attack on Titan piece? Well, we were gonna start it today, I think, but just stuff happened, been busy. So I don't know right now. Earlier we were talking about the whole we were talking about art direction, and right now I'm a little backed up on some career choices. The Attack on Titan piece is not really a priority anymore. We had it all lined up, and I have the paper for it and everything. But like the weeks after TwitchCon, it was just like shit. So I don't know. But yeah, you know, when I was doing nothing but California shows and I was still trying to figure things out, like for me, when I would pull I think what's the first time I pulled 2K? I think it was Sacramento. And I remember I think I did like 2,500, and I was just sitting there just counting all the 20s, and I was just like, that was, you know, that was early on in my convention career, but not like near the beginning. It took me a while to get up to that number, because back then there wasn't any like direction on how to do it. You just had to go and do it. You know, they didn't have YouTube videos. Like people weren't vlogging it. You know, there weren't like courses now. There are people who have like convention courses, and you learn how to set up, you know what I mean? There's a lot of references now, but back then we didn't have that. So it took me a while. And I remember when I first crossed that 25, I was just like, oh hell nah, you know? And then I know Fanime I want to say 2016 was the first time I crossed 4. And to me, my mind was blown. I was like, holy shit. And at the time, my buddy, you know, he was already doing the 10s. And to me, I was just like, this is like unfathomable. Like, how could you possibly move that much product? And then as the years go on, you know, you cross 10 the first time, and then you do it again, then again, then again. And you're just like, all right, cool. You know, and eventually just the whole escalation, you desensitize to it. And yeah. But 2 grand is still good. I mean, especially if it's local, your costs are really low. So I'll give you an example. Like Anime NYC, you know, I'll make 10 racks there. But like, fucking how much does it cost for me to fly out there, fly my helper out there, stay in Manhattan? Fucking crazy expensive to stay in Manhattan. So it's just like, all right, well, the gross is like 5-digit, but the income, the take home is nowhere near that. And then, I mean, you compare that to, I had Evo. No, let's go to fucking TwitchCon. That was also a 5-digit show, but I mean, table was free. I just had to drive there, no flying. It's a lot cheaper to stay in that area. So even, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's nice to have good gross numbers, but at the end of the day, it's all about what you take home. So considering you say you only did 2, but it was local for you, you bring home a lot, you know, especially for a weekend of work. Oh, you binge my video? Yo, I appreciate that. That actually does mean a lot to me. I consider those videos as part of my body of work as an artist. Because when I think back on it, yeah, they started off very vloggy, but as time went on, I was putting a lot of effort into them. To be both entertaining, best I could, to get information across, educational, and they are still very personal. So it kind of like checkmarks everything. And I didn't really start thinking about it until recently, and I'm just like, this is part of my body of work as an artist. Like, it is. So I do appreciate anytime anybody watches them, like, for real. Y'all don't know how much I appreciate you watching those videos. Sometimes I'll binge watch them, like I play them in the background while I work. Like I just start from episode 1 and just leave the playlist on, and then it's kind of cool because it lets me kind of look back and I think about the stuff that I was saying back then, and I'm just like, oh, that's like some young man talk. I am going to be able to take a little break this weekend. Or excuse me, not the whole weekend. Saturday, I will be taking a day off. I haven't taken a day off in months. And I'm going to go to a music festival. My favorite producer, Porter Robinson, has a music festival, a one-day music festival in Oakland, so I get to just drive to it, and I'm so ready for that. I'm just like, my brain is mush right now, man. And plus there's like family shit going on, but anyway, yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. But before we can reward ourselves with a nice day off, Wednesday we will be doing a 24-hour study stream, and that'll be cross-platform as well on YouTube and on Twitch. We have a 24-hour bug study stream, so that will be a lot of fun. I haven't studied bugs. I love bugs. I love watching videos about bugs. But, you know, with animal studies, I've only ever studied how to draw mainly mammals, mainly quadrupeds. And I just, I don't know, I was just like, yo, let's study some fucking bugs, man. So that'll be fun. Because I have a live drawing to do in November, and I do want to incorporate bugs into it. So that'll be perfect. Yeah. The money talk. Yo, we're talking about the ceiling to how much money you could make as an artist, as an independent artist in general. There's almost no ceiling. It's about how well you can market yourself, and like if you can do something clever, or if you're just down to do hella conventions. You can bring in that bag, man. You can bring that bag home, is what I'm saying. Yeah. it's fascinating, because like we're artists here, right? And then we like you said, you've talked to someone who sells in the artist alley. Like if you told a normal person how much potential money there is in even just a single show, they wouldn't believe you. It's fucking nuts. $387 in 2020 or 2022. I believe that. I have buddies who, I don't know if I know anyone who goes over 300, but I have friends who go over 200. Yeah. I mean, when I was at my peak, I was doing over 100. And I don't do the most appealing fan art. Like I don't do like titty artwork, which let's face it, that's what brings in, you know. But yeah, I believe that hardcore. Yeah, because like I was kind of just doing my own thing, and I was doing enough cons where I was doing over 100. I have friends who even now, are doing over 2. So you say somebody did high 3s, 100% believe it. Absolutely, yeah. Jeff, what's going on, man? What's up, dude? It's hella late for you right now, isn't it? We're just kind of goofing off, right? Well, no, not goofing off. We're just doing some real talk, and I'm just sketching. Have some ideas in my head. I'm trying to get down on the page. Yeah, major toll on the body. And it cuts into your drawing time. You know, drawing, you remember that? If y'all don't know, if y'all don't know JD right here, you gotta let him know. Drop a link to, I don't know, whatever you prefer, your IG. Actually, anybody here, if you guys share your artwork on any social media platforms, feel free to share it. Like, drop a link right here in the chat. I like to meet new artists. So, like, if you guys have never dropped your link here, I would appreciate if you did. Yeah. But yeah, I don't, whether it's on Instagram or on Twitter, or if you are on, what do you call it? Pixiv or on ArtStation, or if you share your artwork on DeviantArt, who is the sponsor of today's Twitch portion of the stream. I'm part of a sponsorship program called the DeviantArt Collective. I'll drop a link in the Twitch chat right now where you can get some information. If you stream your artwork here on Twitch, DeviantArt has a sponsorship program, and we are looking for new people to add to the team. Basically, they'll pay you to continue to grow your community and to participate in like challenges that we have on the site. They've even allowed us to create educational content for the actual website, which has been great. So big shout outs to DeviantArt for supporting the channel for over a year and a half. Anyway, you want to sell more posters, but they're expensive to print. You will over time find the place that you like to print your artwork. Speaking of which, let me show you something. So you guys know, a couple weeks ago, we finished the drawing of every League of Legends champion. And I just got my prints in 2 days ago. It looks so good. It looks so good. Yeah. You can only see so much here because I mean, Yeah, that's one of the in regards to keeping your print costs down. That's something that you're going to develop over time. Like you'll see somebody, like you'll make friends with somebody in the artist alley, and then you'll see their prints and be like, "Hey, where do you get your shit printed at?" And then if you guys are cool, they'll tell you. I appreciate that. But no, what you got going on these days, man? Because I know you say you've really cut down on the amount of cons. I too have cut down on the amount of cons. I just have a lot during this. Like I have more cons during this fourth quarter of the year than like the rest of the year combined. I'm not gonna lie, I am house hunting right now, and I think next year I am gonna go back to doing some heavy, not every weekend, but I am gonna up the amount of cons I'm doing next year, because like let's call it what it is. I do like 2 years of cons. Like if I went full time again, I do like 2 years of cons. I could just pay off a whole house. I'm not gonna lie. So I've been talking to the wife about it. I'm just like, maybe we just do that and get over with and just move on with our fucking lives. So I was just like, yeah. So we're house hunting, and I was just like, yo, you know, we could do the slow grind, but like I could just go back out there for like 2 years and I just pay off the entire house. And I was like, yeah. So. The Smash Brothers drawing you did drove you crazy. That's my secret cap. You just stay crazy. No, but the real answer to that is I just gotta zone myself out, man. That's the only way to do those big projects. Just fucking zone out. So Jeff, you weren't here. You were not here earlier when we were talking about something that recently bothered me. Tyson, what's going on? Thank you for the resub. Look at that, 18 months. I have to start making new subscription badges because my old set of subscription badges for Twitch only went up to like, what, 24 months? And now we have people who have surpassed that as subs, and I'm just like, fuck, I gotta make some new. We were thinking of moving back in like 2020, and then when, you know, the whole thing happened, my wife and I were just like, we're just gonna stay put until things kind of stabilize, because we didn't know without the cons, I didn't know what my income was gonna be like, and then we didn't know if she was gonna keep her job, just because like, you know, everything was so uncertain at the time. So despite like the housing market, we were just like, that is a pretty irresponsible thing to do at the time. So now things have picked up. We're kind of confident. We know like what our like, you know, what our incomes are like now, and we're just like, okay, well, now let's go shopping again. Yeah. Did you drop? Here, I'll just copy and paste your. I'll just copy paste your name for myself for later. Got you. I got you on that IG. Now we about to dip out of California next year, man. I mean, first off, I don't know if you have ever shopped for houses here in California. I recommend that you look at prices for houses here in California, and then you learn to appreciate the cost of whatever the house is that you live in now. Yeah. Yeah, nah, we finna dip, man. We were shopping. We were shopping, and my sister, she flips homes. Like she big ballin', but she knows all about it in and out. And I was trying to ask her, I was just like, where do you think would be a good place? So I listed off all these places that my wife and I have been looking, and the bottom line that she said is like, you're so basically she said, you're so desensitized to the cost of things because we live in California. It doesn't matter where you go, it's all gonna be cheap to you. So just find the place you want to live in, because if you've been comfortable in California, then price is kind of not an option depending, like, wherever you move. So I was just like, okay. Hey, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Oh yeah, Jeff. Okay, so you were not here earlier, but you can tell I'm a little tired, right? Long story short, funny story. Because I like doing live art, and that's what I want to do in the future. Like, get invited to places, do some live art, sell some sketchbooks, and all that stuff. Which is why I've been testing out the Infinity sketchbook, which is my digital sketchbook. Anyway, so a couple weeks ago, I had put out a shit ton of feelers, emails, cold calling, events, not just cons, but events where, live art would be very welcome. And I was just like, yo, here's the things that I've done in the past. I do live art on Twitch, the whole thing, the whole formal proposal. And I only got one of them to email me back, right? And essentially, they didn't straight out say it, but essentially, they said that I didn't have a big enough following. And because and we talked about it, any event, they want a lot of followers. They want to bring people in who have a lot of followers, because it brings in more people, brings in more money, more credible, right? Fair game. Not mad about that. But yeah, so one of them got back to me, and they basically, they said that they would prefer someone with a little bit more reach, which basically means I don't have enough following. So I'm at this weird place where I'm just like, well, maybe that's just a pipe dream for now. Like, I'm not gonna get invited if my numbers don't start going up, basically. Yeah, anyway, dude. Okay, too far west, bad. Too far east, bad. Let's live somewhere in the middle, but not so in the middle that I can't go outside without getting attacked because of this. So we gotta find that nice middle ground. Not too far west, not too far east. Just kind of move over, start in the center, just kind of move over a little bit. That's what we're doing. Lyra, what's going on? What's going on? How is everything? How is life treating you? Oh, Jeff, I have boobs, just not the kind that people want. Yeah. Yeah, anyway, dude. So that's just something I've been thinking about. You know, that's been the goal for so long, and now I just see I'm just like, well, that's probably a future thing. Um, where we're not quite there yet. I've been spent so much time practicing and getting better at drawing, especially the freestyle stuff. Um, that I ignored the more important thing is like you know what I'm talking about. So yeah. You have 2 weeks off from work. Oh, that's nice. I get my first day off in months this Saturday. I get to take a whole day off. Hmm. What's new, Lara? Do I have a regular job? Are you talking to me or to Lyra? Nah, dude, I still do this full time. Yeah, I have you're talking about my streams of income. Well, one, the streams. My online shop does pretty decent. Not incredible. It's not popping like a lot of people, but it's pretty decent. I still get a ton of commissions, and I do the occasional con. And this year, I've only done a handful of cons, and they've all been 5-digit, which is pretty fucking sweet. And then DeviantArt helps a lot too. Yeah, now I've done a really good job at diversifying my income streams, and it's not all cons anymore, you know. So it's not quite at that con amount yet, but now it's just like a stable, and I'll take stability because these different streams of income that I have are more stable, and they'll continue to grow over time. And yeah. Oh, Jeff, no, I'm talking about I'm taking a day off from this. Lyra, you went home to visit the family. My brother got oh, great. Of all the things you can come back home with, yeah. Yeah, yeah, dude, like, how many times have we talked about this? Even before COVID, how many times were you and I were talking about trying to do other things and get out, right? And just COVID forced my hand, and I was just like, I need something more sustainable, despite what the income would be like at the time, because we all know that the potential is to keep growing is there. So I was able to establish multiple streams of income, and that's pretty sweet. Can't blame him, Larry. Can't blame him. But I mean, yeah, that sucks because like I know you've had it already. So while you may not experience any symptoms this time around, you're still gonna carry it. That sucks. Did they tell you when you got there? Or did they tell you like before you left? I talk about your family. Did they tell you before you left? I mean, before you headed over there, or was it just like, all right, it was nice seeing you. By the way, we got COVID. Bye. Close the door. Like. They got it a while you were there. Oh, then you was trapped. Do you recommend artists have multiple streams of income? I think everybody should have multiple streams of income. Whatever that is. Sell pictures of your feet. Who cares? Yeah. Yeah, having multiple streams of income is always going to be better. Learning art is good, but to be a successful artist these days, you have to learn money management. Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, that's anything, because you can't always control how much you're going to make, but you can always control how much you're going to spend, you know? Lyra, start? Shit, I been have one. Y'all know I had. Actually, they deactivated my account due to inactivity. I knew I should have kept uploading. Yeah. I am right now 50-50 on getting an exhibitor table at Anime Expo next year. If I get an exhibitor spot for AX next year, I'm going as Sushi Bump. I am not going under my name. For those who don't know what Sushi Bump is, it's a it's like a side project I have that's like nasty hentai stuff. While I won't be able to go full like deranged stuff at the con, I can make some stuff that I'll be able to sell at show. Yeah. It's up for interpretation. I mean, I have the real answer, but y'all are more than welcome to interpret it however you want. It's art. It's art. I have like sweater designs for Sushi Bump and everything already. Like yeah, I have sweater designs. I have a couple of things that I could turn into prints, but the other like side pieces that I've made for are a little too nasty to sell in public. Like I'm just not, like, literally not allowed to. They took down my Patreon, so there's that. But they took down the Patreon of the Sushi Bump. I still have my actual Patreon. They took down the Twitter account, motherfuckers. Like all the nasty shit on Twitter, and they took down my Twitter for Sushi Bump, and it's just like this fucking assault on my side hustle, and I'm like, man, yeah, Twitter. They took down the Twitter account. I violated their terms of service. And then my main TikTok, I don't have a Sushi Bump TikTok because it's pointless. But my main TikTok, we were doing figure drawing on there because I was live streaming on there as well. Like I would have the camera up, and while we were doing Twitch, I had that up, and we were doing like figure drawing practice, and I got banned on TikTok streaming. I mean, I recently got unbanned from TikTok streaming a couple weeks ago. But even that, I got banned on there because they said I was doing nudity. And I was just like, boy, you know, these little mannequins I'm drawing aren't nude. There was no genitalia on any of them. But also, even if there was, look at what else you got going on TikTok. How you gonna ban me? Yeah. So it's just like every time I try and do something new, it's like the internet says no. I was like, the fuck. But yeah, now that I have my TikTok is unbanned, my TikTok live rather is available again to me. I'm trying to get my stream. I applied to get my stream key for that so that I can start using Streamlabs to also stream on there. So we'll see what happens with all that. So I can get banned again. Like this would probably get me banned on TikTok. Oh yeah, you go by Final Craft Art because you like Final Fantasy. My brother, who is a competitive powerlifter, former world champion, his name on Instagram is a League of Lifting, and that's just because he likes League of Legends. Yeah. But yeah, no, when I said I had Saturday off, I mean I'm giving myself a day off from all this. Guys, I'm really tired. But yeah, well, and we recently started multi-platform streaming. You know, we were primarily Twitch, and now we are as many platforms as I'm able to. And I would not be surprised if I lose my affiliate status very soon. So if that ever happens, I'm gonna need y'all to stick with me. Because I don't think non-affiliates can get subs, right? And I don't think we can run ads. So I'm kind of gambling right now. I see you still at it. Love your work and have every commission you done. Yo, appreciate that. Can't wait to get more in the future. Yeah, OG over here. Nah, but yeah. What are you working on, Jeff? What are you working on right now? Are you doing private commission work? Are you doing commercial work these days? What's Yeah, my brother's Jonathan. Yeah. Basically, my brother is what would have happened if I pursued something athletic and I was sober. That would be my brother. Yeah. And there's only one person in this chat you cannot see. Either Twitch is crazy or... Well, actually, yeah, if you look at the chat that's showing up on screen, it shows all of the messages. However, if you are streaming on... If you're watching the stream on one platform, you're not going to see a lot of the comments that are being left. But yeah, so we talked about this before a lot of you hopped in. But we were talking about like Jeff, we talked about how there is a wall to what you can do with your art if you don't have a big enough reach, a big enough following. That is how crucial that is. Numbers, that's how crucial numbers are right now. And one of the things that keeps me from growing 100%, maybe not the only thing, but 100% one of the things is that I don't present a consistent style on social media, because we're actually trying things. And anyway, I'm in this place now where I have to kind of decide what it is I'm going to be presenting, and that has taken a heavy toll on my brain the past like week or so. I've been experimenting with some weird original concepts, and I'm enjoying them, but I'm just like, is this what we do now? So anyway, a little look into my brain. Client commercial work for companies. Hey, that's good, man. A few people that want commissions, but you can't right now. Yeah, my brother's hella strong. He's broken world records. Like, if my brother's, when I say he's the world champion, he was like, he literally won the world championship in powerlifting in his weight class like a year ago. And he lost his title earlier this year, but no, he won his title last October, and then I think it was July of this year he lost his title. But I mean, that's not taking anything away from him. No, people with high supporters don't equate to support. No. What I'm saying is, because what I want to do is go out and do live drawings, and all the live drawings that I've done, like, I've been invited only a couple times to do live art, right? And otherwise I've put my money where my mouth was. I bought the space, and then I did the drawing there, right? So anyway, anyway, so I'm in that weird place where like Jeff, your stuff you look at your page, you have this consistent body of work. Exo, who's not here right now, he went off and did some other stuff right now. He had some work he had to go do, but here we were talking about it earlier, where when I look at his page, super consistent set of work that he's putting out there. So it almost doesn't matter the quality. I'm not gonna lie, no, the quality matters. But what I'm saying is, when you're trying to grow or gain followers, which will lead to other stuff later. And I'm not talking about on the individual level, I'm talking about on the big scale. Because like events and companies and stuff, they do look at, you know, your numbers. When somebody follows you, they follow you for something that they saw. Usually they see one thing of yours and like, oh, that's fire, and give you a follow. But if you start uploading stuff that's different than what they followed for, you will lose those people. Basher, thanks for coming through. Appreciate it. But don't worry. Your boy always figures it out, right? I got it. Don't worry about it. And then once I get it figured out, we'll all sit down and talk about this crazy stream tonight. Yeah, man, that fucked me up too. I was already questioning stuff, and then he had to go, and I was just like, man, I fucking hate this place. I was like, 47 years old. Not that much older than me, honestly. $46 or 47. Some basically, if your age starts with 4 and it's double digit, it's too young. My dog is in the room here, so she's snoring. But did y'all see my new puppy? She's asleep in the bedroom right now, so I can't bring her over here. But Lyra says you're so harsh when it comes to following people. I see something I like, check out their profile. You know. Yeah. As soon as I heard about it, you immediately, Joe, Spike, thank you. I mean, I take that as a compliment, I guess. But yeah, yeah, that messed me up for a while. Like, I still don't really try not to think about it. You know how like when celebrities die, people get really bummed out? I've never understood that. Like the closest I had to that was when Robin Williams died, and that was just because when I look at Robin Williams, I immediately think of Dead Poet Society, which, you know, had a big impact on me. But I never understood like celebrity death sadness. And then when Kim Jong-il died, I was just like, oh, I get y'all now. I feel you. I get you. Life is some bullshit. Yeah, no, yeah. No, but like exciting times in regards to my art. I have to really kind of commit to a style at this point. So that's why I just haven't been uploading. I was just like, oh, I'll fucking figure this out and then I'll get back to you guys. Well. Nature, you scurry. Nature, you late. What's up? Not too much, man. Not too much. I mean, there's stuff that I want to talk to you about. Nature in the chat here. That's my boy. That's like my brother. You ready to take a day off this Saturday, Nature? That's gonna be my first day off in months. That's gonna be my first day off since like, on God, since before Anime Expo. I'm super ready to go hang out with you for a day and go relax, man. Ever thought about creating your own IP? 100%. So when we're talking about dedicating to a specific, not just style, but like subject matter, absolutely, yeah. So that's where it's that funny middle ground thing where it's just like, that's risky. But no, absolutely, yeah. What am I gonna do on my free day? Well, Nature, you scary, here in the chat, he and I are we're gonna go drive to Northern California. My favorite producer, Porter Robinson, has he has his own music festival and we're gonna go up there. I haven't been to a music festival since last October, and you guys know I love those things. But I told myself this year I was gonna kind of buckle down and stop goofing off, and so this is kind of my reward for a year of almost pure focus, right? So we're gonna be doing that, and that's pretty much the whole day. Yeah, but it's awesome because you guys know who Skrillex is, right? He's all but retired, and he's coming out to that event, and I've never seen Skrillex live, so I'm actually really excited for that. Yeah, Nature's my buddy in the vid. So like in the latest episode of the YouTube series, which I dropped a link into the Twitch chat, if you want to give that a click and a like, I'd appreciate it. Yeah, he shows up in my vids all the time. Yeah. Nature, did you know that? I haven't been to a festival since EDC last year. So we went to EDC last October. I went to a concert in San Francisco that December, that Dabin concert. And then I went to, 3 months later, I went to one night at a nightclub to go see Nightmare, who's a DJ. And then 4 or 5 months after that, I went to a one night event here in town, which was Dabin, who's another artist. It was another music event, but it was a concert. But on each of these days, I was still working. I just went to those things at night, so I didn't take the whole day off. Yeah. Techno, techno is just like a particular taste. Like trance and techno, there's a specific kind of taste that you have to have. But I mean, over in Europe, that's the dominant electric genres, you know, like that stuff. Like Platinum, Dabin goes hard at live concerts, man. Dabin goes hella hard live. Like you listen to his albums, and it's, you know, they sound like regular songs, but you see him live, he goes hella hard, dude. It's crazy. It's like not even the same guy. Yeah, so in regards to what we're actually drawing today, I just have some ideas in my brain that I want to sketch out onto page, and I'll kind of determine which ones I want to keep. I've been doing a lot of original concept work lately. Like a lot. Like a lot. I've been fucking around with styles. I've done a little bit of digital stuff, messing with some colors. But all of it comes back down to what do I want to style-wise, what do I want to commit to? Because we're at that point now where I can't be presenting all kinds of different things to people anymore. I do have to pick one style. Nah, I mean, it's good. I'd rather be invited to the party and not go than to not know about the party. You know what I'm saying? What was my worst convention ever? KamehaCon this year. Hands down. KamehaCon, which is a Dragon Ball convention in Texas, historically has been incredible with sales. But this year, not only was it bad for KamehaCon, it was just bad in general. And all things considered, I think I went down 2.2k. Because that was when gas had just spiked, and I drove over there because I was just like, you know what, I want to bring everything. Because like based on, you know, previous stories and previous sales, like I went to a KamehaCon one time and I did really well. I didn't even have any Dragon Ball stuff to sell, and I still did well at a previous year. And so I was just like, yo, man, I have an idea how this is gonna be. Had no idea. So the gas was crazy, the hotel was okay, it wasn't that bad, you know, the table was okay, it wasn't that bad, but like, I don't know, I ended up going down. Yeah, Not fool. You heard, yeah, but like the previous one that I went to was, it was still good for me and it was good for all my friends. And I didn't even have any Dragon Ball stuff and I still did well. So I was just like, yo, I show up with this Dragon Ball collage. It's a fucking wrap, right? And a lot of my friends who did well at that show, even they showed up to this show. They wouldn't come back. I had a boy who flew in from Hawaii to do that show because his numbers were so good last time. My buddy AJ, who doesn't do any cons anymore, had done so well at the previous Kamehameha Con. Even he came out of retirement to go do it. He's in California. So we're all just standing there like, what the fuck happened? So despite mixed reviews, you know, based on my stories and my buddy's stories and our numbers, everyone was just ready and we got there and it was just awful. AJ left a day early because he paid $200 to change his flight to leave a day early because he deemed it not worth. He was just like, I'd rather spend $200 and get home early than to fucking stand here and waste my time. Yeah. Yeah, I know. He flew in from Hawaii. Yeah. But no, based on previous numbers, you can't blame someone for wanting to go back, right? But anyway, yeah, that is, as of right now, the biggest L I've ever taken at a show. It was like, I say 2.2 negative net, some shit like that. It was over 2. Yeah. Oh yeah, Nature, you ready for Skrillex, son? You ready to go see Skrillex? Man, fucking bad, dude. Never do that con. I know that Kamehameha Con is coming back. I saw the advertisements for it. But just don't do it. Don't do it. Even if it turns out to be really good, the risk isn't, like, it's not worth. It's just not worth. Like, but yeah, no, I did not go into Kamehameha Con blind. I had actually done that show in the past. So it is not like, oh, I hear this one's good. I had a good history with it, so. For your Hell Hive generally gave up on ever seeing him. Yeah, he barely comes out. Cannot believe we were getting. Oh yeah. It doesn't matter, man. He's gonna go hard, so it's gonna be fun. Yeah, Jeff says for you, for me, it was years ago a small con called Anime Qzing. Well, there's your red flag right there, son. No, there were 20 Jesus Christ. You left Saturday night? Yeah. How surprised was I when they announced Skrillex? I know that he and Porter are really close. I just didn't think they were gonna bring Skrillex back because one, he's in the middle of making a new album right now, so he's been in the lab like nonstop. But also the surprise guest for 2019 was Skrillex, and the only reason I didn't think we were gonna get him was I was like, well, they're not gonna do the same thing twice because that'd be kind of lame. But once it was officially announced, I was just like, this is not lame. This is awesome. Yeah. So I was kind of surprised. Yeah. I was surprised, but I was happily surprised, man. Fuck Fred again, man. Fred's best song is that new one he just brought out with Skrillex. So fuck it, whatever. I'm gonna hear that song anyway. He's a fuck. Jacob, what's going on? What would you say is your best? What's your favorite, Jeff? What's your favorite con? Not just sales wise, but like all things considered, where you're like sales were pretty good or great. You know, it wasn't too much hassle. You know, you actually had fun there. You like the attendees, or you like the venue. Like all things considered, which is your favorite? We talked about this earlier, and I said my favorite one is Evo. Hands down, is my favorite show to do every year. Followed very closely by TwitchCon, followed somewhat closely by Anime NYC. The reason NYC is third, like I love everything about that show except getting there. Flying across the country with all that shit, and then like it's so expensive to stay in the city. That is a big ugh to me, you know. Like the novelty of it's, you know, like Jeff, I know like you're fucking raised over there, but like I'm trying to put your business out there, but like from somebody on the West Coast who's never been to New York before, like going over there, you know, it's really exciting, it's really cool, but the novelty of the effort of having to, the novelty of the city goes away really quick when you realize how much effort it is to fucking walk down the street to do anything. Yeah. Jacob Goes Through Life says nothing much, just looking at some fellow artists. You had an old channel that got stolen last month. Oh hell nah. You grew a community around 2K. The community's gone now, dude. Sucks. Hopefully you're able to contact at least some of them to bring you over to what you got going on now, right? I have not done Dragon Con. I've never been able to get into Dragon Con, even though I know sales at Dragon Con are incredible. You're really talented. Thank you. I appreciate that. Nature. I don't know if you've noticed, but I cleaned up the stream quite a bit. I've upped the quality on everything. Like, we're using a different camera for the canvas. We have like filters on it. I changed the camera and the lens for this one. Anyway, I'm finally happy with how the stream looks these days. So anyway, yeah. No, but Dragon Con is on the bucket list. Jeff, have you done Dragon Con? I've never been able to get into Dragon Con. You've never done or applied to Dragon Con. You were born and raised in New York. You moved to the Midwest 2004. Got tired of big city. Way too expensive. Yeah. So basically all the things that I'm tired of when it comes to New York, you had to live through that. So, dude, I'm tired of California already. Like, I'm trying to, like I told you, we're house shopping, right? And we're finna move out of California. And the places that we're looking at, it's like quiet, peaceful, and cheaper for sure. But yeah, that's where I'm at, where I'm just like, look, man, if I'm going to be doing cons and like I'm interacting with shit ton of people online already, and I'm going to cons and there's hundreds of thousands of people I'm going to be dealing with, when it comes time to be at home base, I just want it to be quiet. Yeah. You love the art community. Everyone is friendly and respectful. Who the fuck are you talking to? I want to be around artists who are nice. A lot of no, just kidding. Yeah, no, the art community, just like everything else, can be really cool, really not cool a lot of the times. Yeah. My bad if we're not drawing a lot tonight, guys. It's fucking burned out. I'm so tired. Like, I have a lot going on, you know, around me, literally, and up here. And I have been drawing a lot lately, and I've been experimenting with, like I said, I've been experimenting with a lot of stuff, and I just feel like really tired. And like I said, I haven't taken a day off since like June. Fucking beat. So I like just hanging out here with you guys. So we're not going to change this to a just chatting stream, but it's just a just chatting stream at this point tonight. Yeah. What state? I like I said, in regards to cost, you don't want to be too far west, and you don't want to be too far east. But I don't want to be in the middle because I'm brown, and I don't want to live in Texas. Just because I don't want to live in Texas. So we're moving over a little bit here. So there's that line of states that's like, it's like Nevada, Idaho, you know, potentially New Mexico, maybe, but like in that range. Yeah, the Midwest is what I like, yeah. Live in Kingsville, Texas, it sucks. And you want to go to a big city? Hey, it's for some people. You're better off like before you, yeah. I love the desert. Nah, like dude, Idaho is just hella green over there. I was looking at Arizona for a hot minute, for real. But I don't know, there's just basically like I told you, like what my sister told me, because she owns quite a few houses. I was talking to her the other day about like the different places I wanted to move, and then she basically told me, because you live in California and you're so used to these prices and you're like desensitized to how aggressive these prices are, it doesn't really matter where you move, it's going to be cheaper and you're going to be happy. So just find the place that is where you want to live, because price at this point is no longer a concern, because no matter what, it's going to be cheaper than what you're doing now. So I'm just like, okay, cool, yeah. Speaking of running a marathon, this past weekend I was supposed to do my triple Spartan race, but family stuff, where I deemed that going up into a mountain to run a half marathon on Saturday and then 2 quarter marathons on Sunday didn't really seem like a high priority. So I don't have my medals like I've been training for. In fact, the moment I realized that I wasn't going to be doing those obstacle course races, I straight up just got fat. I have just been eating nonstop for like 8 days now. It's fucking awesome. I've been eating everything, just everything. Yeah. Idaho is cheap, but nothing around. Good. That's what I want. They got potatoes over there, man. They got potatoes and trees. They got big potatoes over there, man. Yeah. Minimum wage in Idaho is $7.25. So if that says anything, and they say that, again, like I've done research on all these places, that not just livable but thriving minimum wage, or excuse me, not just survivable but thriving minimum income, you have to average $18 an hour. And I'm just like, shit, sign me up. What we doing? Yeah. Jeff, exactly. Because like, especially like I said, if I do go back and do like, because I work from home, and I have that internet money, and then occasionally I'll do some cons, right? My number on my income doesn't change. So like what you said about it stretching. So like earlier somebody asked about whether an artist should have multiple forms of income or not. Well, obviously the answer is yes, but like you can't control how much you make, but you can control how much you spend. So it's just kind of this thing where if my income isn't going to change no matter where I live, why the fuck am I still in California? You know what I'm saying? Like TwitchCon, all right, TwitchCon this past weekend, or the couple weeks ago, 5 digits, right? And that doesn't take you very far here in California. But if I took that same amount to Idaho, bro, you know how many potatoes that's going to buy, son? That's potatoes forever. Like, Wyoming or Montana? We were thinking of Montana. My boy. No. Nah. They're only cheap. There's only cheap places in California relative to the other places in California. I'm gonna tell you this. You can't buy a house for under 400,000 here. Like, you can get like a seized house from like the 60s, right? In like outside of a major city at best, you know, in the 200s. But like, yeah. So, Lyra, I know that you moved to the big city, you know. All right, hold on. I have a question for you, Lyra, but first, I must pay tribute to nature, you scurry. So give me a second. All right. The tribute has been paid. Okay, yeah, Lyra, you already knew what I was gonna ask you, right? So Lyra says houses in Luxembourg cost 1.2 to 2.5. Cheapest ones would be 600K. Oh, I forgot. Even though Luxembourg is hella small, that is technically, is it still the richest in the world? So does that, even though the population's low, because the money is so high there, is cost of living crazy? That's one of those weird things, right? All right, Jeff. Yeah, dude, go get your shit done, man. I appreciate you stopping by, and we are cross-platform streaming now, so feel free to hop into the YouTube streams or whenever. You know what I'm saying? Nature is not funny. Stop laughing. Yeah, we're cross-platform streaming, man. We go tough in this bitch. Yeah. Nature, between you and me, you know how you gave me for my drive home from TwitchCon, you know how you gave me some advice? I'm still working on that advice right now. You know what I'm saying? Still to this day, that's how slow I am. But yeah, man, I swear to God, dude. Lyra says, coming from a rich country has its upsides. Even if you cannot afford a real house, as soon as you leave the country, everything is cheap for you. Yeah, that's my idea with California. I'm just so used to everything being expensive here that, like, no matter where I go, I'm gonna be like, what? Your potatoes cost how much? Yeah. Oh. we were talking because you know how I'm old, right? So like it takes me a while to catch on to new terminology or slang. We're at TwitchCon. We were Nature, who was helping me at my table. He and I were at TwitchCon a couple weeks ago, and we were hearing some weird phrases. The one that stood out to us was tough. People say tough. When you know, if you say, yo, that's bad, or that's badass, or that's tight, or that's sick, or that's lit, we heard kids saying that's tough, and we looked at each other. We're just like, what the fuck is this? So now we started saying it. Yeah. There's no point growing potatoes in Idaho if they got them that cheap already. My dog is here with me. Come here. You want to go to bed? I'm not going to bed. On Wednesday, we will have a 24-hour study stream. So this is not the puppy. This is our 11-year-old puppy. The real puppy is asleep. We picked up a new dog, by the way. But yeah, if you want to see my 11-year-old dog, she's 70 pounds. Come here. Oh, come here. Looks like Godzilla. Hold on, I think she wants to go to the bedroom, so hold on. Yeah, so we have an 11-year-old boxer that's 70 pounds. And then we have a 9-week-old boxer who's like 12 pounds. So it's like when they try and play with each other, which they get along really well now. It only took a week for them to get used to each other. But when they start playing, it's like a massacre because we have to make sure that she doesn't squish. Yeah, she doesn't squish her new little sister. Our new puppy is so fucking smart, and I'm so happy because raising a puppy is normally a shit ton of work, right? Because you got to train them and everything. And my wife and I are very good at training animals, so it's not a big deal. But we're so fortunate this new puppy is so smart. Like, I think it helped that she was able to pick up on a lot of what Pepper, the dog I just showed you, does. So like when Pepper wants to go outside, she'll let us know. She'll like come up to us and like nudge our hand and whine. That means she wants to go outside. The puppy does that now. So we haven't had like an indoor incident since like the first 3 days we had the puppy, which is like amazing, right? The thing is, a puppy has to go outside like all the time, but as long as you don't shit in the house, I'm cool with that. And yeah, it's great, yeah. Not as much work as we thought it was going to be. So yeah. So having a very, very, very well trained 11-year-old boxer has sped up the process so much. Yeah. Nature, what you doing right now? It's late for you. Oh, you're no, you have work tomorrow. Oh hell nah. You going to Boys Like Girls? I'm surprised you didn't go to When We Were Young. Gas prices, $6.15. It's in the mid sixes where I'm at. Nature, you said you've seen it at 7, right? 7. You seen it at $7? Man, so yeah, gas is fucking brutal like everywhere, right? Lyra, you where you are, I assume that there's not a lot of cars going around, right? So you don't need to buy gas, you know, you don't need to buy a car, you don't have to worry about buying this and that. In fact, I think the only thing you guys should be buying are prints from my online shop. So I need to let you guys know that right now my online shop is offering free shipping in the US. I do have the new League of Legends print available. The prints for that just came in and they look gorgeous. Anyway. What the fuck was what? What was she talking about? Do you get paid for being part of this ad? That's a big negative. No. Big negatory. Partial solar eclipse. How partial are we talking about? I would go. That's pretty cool. Did you end up not going to see Aurora? Oh my god, you bitch. I want to go see Aurora so bad. She's pretty popular now on the TikToks. So I wouldn't think it'd be out of the realm of possibility for her to do a US tour. You're going to ask, how long did it take you to study and recreate metallic surfaces? Every time I see them in art, they look really good. I think I picked it up pretty easy. It depends if you're trying to do like hyper realistic or if you're just trying to give it the appearance of metal. It's metallic surfaces. I think brushed aluminum is a lot harder to do because it's less reflective. I think the more reflective an object is, I think the easier it is to emulate it. So like when it comes to heavy reflective surfaces, whether that's like leather or like a spandex or metal, it kind of looks the same. So once you've done enough studies of it, you can start kind of eyeballing it, and you don't necessarily need it to look perfect. You just need it to read like metal. A good reference, in my opinion, is do you know the Marvel character Colossus? I find artists who are really good at drawing Colossus are very good at a metal rendering. And I actually used a lot of Colossus references when I was practicing, and that's because when you do, like, let's say you look at like armor, like shiny armor for reference for a reflective metal surface, usually it's like a big plate of armor, right? But if you like just a plate here, plate there, but if you look at Colossus, most of the artists will, like with most superheroes, he's just a naked dude. Most superheroes are just naked with like color put on them, like spandex, right? It's the same thing with Colossus, except instead of spandex, it's metal. So they're really good at getting that shape around each individual muscle. Does that make sense? So that's why I always recommend looking at different references for Colossus, because they have a lot of volume and they have a lot of small shapes, because they always do all the individual muscles that he has. So that's my opinion, is go look at references of different ways good artists have done Colossus, and I think that's all the reference you need. Versus like you look at a reference of like, here's a plate of metal. Fuck is that gonna do for you? You know? All right, Lyra. Yeah, we're actually gonna head out soon as well. We're actually gonna go find someone to go raid right now, and then we'll hang out for like another 5 minutes or so. We're gonna go raid my buddy who is working on a comic. But we'll hang out in the chat for like another minute or another couple minutes while the raid launches off and does its thing. I appreciate everyone for hanging out. Thank you for all the follows and views tonight. This was a nice chill night. Like I said, I am pondering a lot of stuff with my art right now. But this was fun. It's nice seeing so many familiar faces and new faces, and this cross-platform streaming has been hella fun. Not gonna lie. If I'm not gonna get that Twitch partnership, which I'm never gonna get, gives a fuck. I'm gonna stream on all the platforms I fucking feel like it. Yeah. But yeah, the raid is going to launch in about a minute. So once again, thank you everybody. I'm going to drop some links in the chat right now. Hop into that young Discord. If you're watching on YouTube, head into the description and you can get into the Discord there. If you're in Twitch, you should be able to get the direct link. All right, guys. Thank you for hanging out. 10 seconds. Appreciate it.